In this video, I'm going to share with you three things. Number one, which stocks are on my watch list. Number two, the 80% win rate strategy I use to trade these stocks. And number three, how I find these stocks which are about to go up. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you get notification every time there's a new video. Hi, my name is Amy. I'm from iTradeAIMS.net, AIM stress-free trading. I trade the Forex, the indices, and the stocks. Today, I'm going to share with you which stocks are on my watch list, why are they there, how did I find them, and which ones actually did well. So some of them we will add and some we will remove. Okay, so let's have a look at the first chart that I want to show you is Snap. So if you're new to the channel, I trade what I call the setup one strategy. We have these particular indicators, three indicators, the AIMS wave, the AIMS box, and the AIMS gator. We use these three indicators, and the combination of this, it creates a pattern that we call the setup one. If you want to learn more about it, link is in the description. I'm giving away the setup one book for free. So download it now, and once you read that book, in the book you will read about trading the Euro USD on the M1 and the M5 chart. But don't be fooled by that, because that strategy, although in the book talks about the M5 and the M1 chart, it can be applied to the weekly and the daily chart for the stocks as well. So this is the key to that. So the second point that I was going to talk about is actually this. I apply the setup one strategy, and I find these stocks by using a particular scanner that I have, as you can see over here. So the scanner brings charts, and then I go through them one by one and I add them to my watch list. So let's go first have a look which stocks are there on my watch list. I'm going to remove some of them as well. This is Snap. This was added to my watch list somewhere around 27th of July. And then we would wait for it to actually create that perfect setup one. So the perfect setup one, let me enlarge this chart. The perfect setup one is the one where we have the wave 3 up, followed by wave 4. Now, if you don't know this Elliott wave count, don't worry about it. It's a very simple way of counting Elliott waves. And again, you can download my free book, the 10-second Elliott wave count. Link is in the description. So if you read these two books, the setup one, and the setup one also explains how to look for these charts. But if you understand the concept of the 10-second Elliott wave, together they really strengthen your understanding of how the market moves. So this is the setup one that is created. So we look at the wave 3, which is the peak of AO. Then we wait for the cross of the 0 line. And when the price is coming back to the purple line, when the gator sleeps and the box is tight, that's our setup one. But we want to be alerted before that. So this scanner that I've created allows me to actually add a stock onto my watch list when it's completed wave 3 and it's going into the wave 4. It's a perfect idea. I really love this concept. So around here it was added, and we waited for it. Over here it was ready for a setup one. So the entry would be 22.63 or 22.50. It would scare you a little bit here, but your stop loss will be below the box, and then it goes up, and your target is either this or the target zone 1. So the target zone 1 concept is basically the Fibonacci expansion concept, which we draw like this. I will give it to you. You start from where you think is the start of wave 3, which will be the start of wave 1 or something. We don't count wave 1. We only look at 3, 4, and 5. And then we bring it down to where you think is the end of the pullback, which is the wave 4. This will then plot for you a target zone 1. So for this particular trade, your target zone 1 is 32 all the way up there. So you can still hold it, but if you had entry from here, you could have taken half the profits here and brought stop loss to the entry, and now you're waiting if the price will go to hit the 62%. This is the strategy that I use. It has 80% win rate, actually a lot more. It's the win rate for stocks is really, really good, because there are so many stocks that you can find with different price levels, and frankly, you'll be spoiled for choice. We would apply this strategy. I've been applying it only to buy as a bullish, with a bullish bias, right? Always into price going up. But I can trade it on the way down as well, because in the UK we have what we call the spread betting. So I use the spread betting platform broker called IG Index. It used to be IG Index, but now they have IG.com. You can go there, open a spread betting account, and the world is your stage. It's every chart, every market is available. If you are in UK and you can open a spread betting account, you can trade all of these stocks no matter where they are in the world. So US stocks are the best to trade. Anyway, so that's one. Now I'm going to go through my watch list. I haven't recycled my watch list for a while because I was really interested in a lot more trades. But so this is the one that we have already traded. So this one was traded from here. It went up. Let's find out if it hit the target zone 1. I will start from here, take it to the peak of wave 3. As you can see, it's hit target zone 1. So your entry after the AO crossed above the 0 line would be around here, or if you wanted to be safe, clear of this level, then your entry was here. It pulled back against you a little bit, but your stop loss will be well below it, and then your target point is there. So that's one. I can actually take this off my list now by clicking the X button here, because I'm not interested in this anymore. This is not a setup one. BCLI was the other one. So as you can see, the entry would be here. This is the setup one. Why? Because we have a clean wave 3 here. Price went up, then the zigzag ABC pulled back down, and then a very neat and clean setup one. As you can see, gator sleeping, tight box, AO is crossed the 0 line going into wave 5. Beautiful setup here. Let's find out. Let's do the quick Elliott wave analysis like I've already done it. This is your wave 1. This is 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to print it for you as well. So if this is my 3, based on this, I can assume this is my 1, 2. This could be my 1, 2 as well. So I can say that this is where it started. That's my 1 and 2. That's my 3. It's my 4 and 5. It's still going. Right? I can plot target zone 1 based on where I think the start of wave 3 was. Started here, bring it down here. There is still some space, so it can go to 1950 for target zone 1 to be hit. I can also count inside of the wave 3, which is very clear on this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This could be the major 1 and 2. And it's these kind of moves, these wave 1s, which actually create the interest in that stock. So before that, as you can see, this market was just stuck in this range between 350 to 450. It was going sideways, and then something happened over here which took price all the way. Within the next few days, it doubled. So 150% it went up. Then it pulled back from it. Classic the Elliott wave psychology, where price goes up, then profit taking happens, and then it comes back, almost 100% pullback, and then it started going up again. So this was another wave 1 that started here, and then once this was cleared and when price went above this became a wave 3. So then it created that strong price action, and now investors are waiting if the price will pull back so they can add to it as well. And then it pulled back in a zigzag fashion, and over here you have your entry at 13, and you can take half profit here and the rest of the profit up there. So this is the strategy. These indicators are available. If you would like to access them, I can give you a trial for a month as well on TradingView. But if you'd like to have them on the MT4 platform, you have to join us as premium members. Go to iTradeAIMS.net and learn more about this. If you are interested in stock trading only, or if you're interested in running our indicators on the TradingView platform, which allows you to look at unlimited number of markets, these indicators are available and you can use them. So now let's look at a few more charts. So CLDX was the other one. As you can see, it's another beauty. As you can see over here, this is that initial wave 1. Price was going down, then it goes up. Something happened. As price goes above it, The investors put in a lot of money in there, and it went up because, you know, it's the pandemic thing. Medical specialists, they are health technology. This one is. Price went up, then it started going sideways. This is what we call the B trap. You know, it's similar to bull trap, but we call it the B trap because this is wave A and B. Within the B wave, there's A, B, C, and the C is actually poking out. So it's a fake out. It fakes buyers into it, but then the seller takes over and price comes down. But this over here, when it created this level and then it was retested here, established the low of wave 4, creating a tight box. You'd go long here, probably a small loss because price went below it, and then if you pursued it, you would go back up, and then you had a profitable trade. So this is now gone. I will still look at it. Oh, this is, by the way, over here. We had a little trade on this. This is what we call the pullback method. So this is the Hunt 2.0 signal over here. You have the wave 5 that actually has gone above the wave 3, and then it pulled back 1, 2, 3 candles. Really nice candle. And within this pullback, none of the candles has actually broken the high of the previous one. So you would go long here, 1575 or something like that, and then it went up in the next few days. So if you go to, let's say, the 4-hour chart, within that pullback, not even the 4-hour chart, the hourly chart. So as you can see, that pullback, actually let me just show it on 2 charts. So here I'll switch this to the daily chart, and then I will mark this so you can see it. Can you see that the pullback of the daily chart on the stocks becomes a setup 1 on the hourly? As you can see over here, price opened all the way up. So most probably you didn't go long over here, because if you were looking at it, I mean, from this point of view, if you just set the order on the daily chart, then it would have opened up there. It would have opened up there, and then you'd have to sit through drawdown, but your stop loss would be below these lows, right over here. But if you're looking at the hourly chart, you would not have taken the trade on this day. Instead, you would have taken the trade on the 6th of October, which would be here, and price would have immediately gone up. So over here, you would be exited. Or you probably take your profits over here or here if trading this hourly chart. But that's not what we do. We like to trade on the daily chart, which is easy. Just set your orders and disappear. So we will be looking at the chart from the D1 and the daily and weekly chart perspective. That is because a setup 1, like I showed you, on the daily chart was a setup 1 on the hourly chart. That's the combination for the stocks. But for the daily and the weekly chart, when you see a pullback on the weekly like this, after a strong breakout, and there's a pullback like so, it becomes a setup 1 on the daily chart. This fractal geometry is beautiful. I love it. So this is actually gone now, but we can still look for a few pullbacks, maybe. Let me just put a bit of, that. Let me draw target zone 1 for you. It's hit target zone 1, so I'm not going to be looking for pullbacks. I can actually remove this from my list. But the chart is so beautiful, I'm just going to keep it just for watching it. So both of these charts are there. ADAP was a pretty good setup. It was taken from here. Profits were taken over these levels, and then it came back and hit the break even. So it was a 0.5% profit on this, and now it's still in the setup region, but now it's mingled with the purple, so it's kind of so I can actually delete this from my list. The next one, so you can see on the weekly the pullback has now failed once and now probably twice, and price is now, you see price has gone on the other side of the purple and then back. I'm not interested in charts like these, so I will delete this from my list as well. There's another one. Now this one has completely failed. It's not a setup 1 now. Price is below purple. I will delete that. Let's go to the next one. This has also gone below purple. I will delete that as well. This one is very spiky looking, not really clean. I will delete that as well. This one has this really huge spike up and then rejection down, and then it came down. So it was a bit iffy, but it did go up on the setup one. It triggered, so not all of them work, but most of them are profitable, because even over here, by the rules, when you hit those levels, you take half your profits and bring stop loss to break even. So this was profitable. Now price has gone completely down. This is not our setup. We'll delete that from the list. Let's look at the next one. So this one had a deep pullback, looking at the weekly chart now, to the red line and the previous levels. As you can see, wave 4 was pretty deep. It went on the other side of the purple, but still kept it. Over here, it's not a perfect setup one because the price had mingled with purple. We call it the setup 0, which is why we didn't take it. And now it's gone up. Should have taken it. And then we would take profits over here at 27.75, but haven't taken it. So can't keep it on the list because maybe there's a pullback and we can trade a pullback. So let's have a look at the next one. Okay, this is also iffy because it's done this stepping up here, then came down and stuff. Not really the most beautiful setup one, so I will take it off my list. So this is so the next one is, this is really rubbish. I'll just take it off. This one's gone up, came back, not my setup. That's it. As you can see, my list is almost empty now. VCRA, this was a beautiful setup. So over here, this was tradable, but this level was very next to it, and it had not spent sideways time. So when the market is stepping down and not going sideways, this B trap is imminent. So B trap happened. If it happens, you'll have a small loss. But after the B trap, always look out for a setup one. So you have A, B, and C, and then a price goes sideways. As you can see, it's created the higher box lows. Over there, it became a setup one. So the entry is 28.80, let's say 28.50 or 28.90. And now it's time to actually take your half your profits and put your stop loss over here. That's another investment. So let's have a look at one more chart. That was the snap. It's this one. So you see this one has gone up again. You know, the peak of wave 3 is where you want to take half your profits. So if you took half your profits and brought stop loss to break even, then you probably were not kicked out. You would be kicked out at this level. I don't know how this would have played out, but there was a huge gap down. So, you know, news are something you have to keep an eye on, the stocks that you're invested in. So we can delete that from our list now. This one is also gone. IMVT was a very beautiful setup. We talked about it before. This was, by the way, in our chat room, we have an AIMS live trading chat room. There's a channel called Stocks, as you can see in the screen. From time to time, when I run these scans, I find these stocks and I share them in the chat room. And that's the only place we do it. We don't do it in the forum. It's only in the chat room. So if you'd like to join the chat room, you'll have access to the charts that I find and I share over there. Sam also does his search, as you can see, and those stocks are available. Obviously, we're not signal providers. We don't like that method of teaching. We like to share we like to share the knowledge with people and you know, share the technique instead of feeding the hungry. We teach how to fish. So this was a very good setup. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5 that we're interested in. As you can see, I'm going to go to the daily chart. Let me mark this. You can see this was the entry. So your entry is 26. Price went all the way up to 40. You most probably will be out over there, but it's still going up. So this was a pullback entry on the weekly chart, which could have been taken on this as well. So that's the other one. So now let's go to the third part. How do I find these stocks? Well, I have a particular screener. So the way to find these stocks is to run the scanner. I have a particular scanner. Unfortunately, the parameters of the scanners are not available here on YouTube, but I have shared them with the members of our community. They can run the scanners, set it up. I have created a tutorial video on this. You can set this for yourself and then run it. So for example, every time I go to the scanner, this one is based on stocks that are of lower value. So if a smaller account, you can do that from $1.5 to $20. So if I look at them, these are the stocks that are available for me to actually consider. So I'm just going to quickly go through one by one and see if a particular setup is, you know, there's a potential of a setup 1. So what I look for is a wave 3 and then it going down to wave 4. Right? So this has already done. Let me just look at the. So this has done wave. I don't like this one because it's dropped this much and then it come back up, but this is the point that this was the setup 1 over here. Now it's completed, so we don't need to look at it. Let's go to the next one. No good. Next one. No good. So this is how I do. When you press a space bar, it goes to the next one over here. So all I'm looking at is a nice clean peak here. As you can see, something is here, but it's already been rejected. This is the A, B, C. Probably this is another B. Very confused. Not gonna consider this. Okay, let's go to the next one. Not interesting. This is interesting. As you can see, both on the weekly chart, price has gone strongly up and then going sideways, creating some kind of setup 1 here because you see a 3 and a 4. So I'll hit the Alt W to add it to the list. Now I've added it to the wrong list because I need to be in the watch list for 1.5 to 20. I'll add it to that one. Comes here. Let's go to the next one. This is also a potential setup. I'll add it. So I'm not going to analyze the chart during the process of the scanner. From scanner, I only want to add them to watch list. And then from there, I will have the second look if they really are doing something. So the scanner bit is fast. Not interesting. Not interesting. Maybe something, so I'll add it. Looks pretty good. 3 and 4, I'll add it. Okay, next one. Maybe this will turn into something, so I'll add it. I'll add this as well. This is probably already started. I'll add it. So I have quite a few charts to look at. The choice is always there. And this is just the 1.5 to 20. Then I would do another scan between 20 and 100 price. That's a different one. So let's go. Okay, maybe this one. I'm looking at the weekly and if you miss one, you can go shift space bar. It goes back. Maybe I want to add this one and then I will look at it in more detail later on. I'll add this one. Looks very good. This one already started. I'll add this. I'll add this one. So my list is growing again. I'll add this one and this one and this one. Okay, this is also worth taking a look. So this is how I'm creating my watch list. And then obviously a lot of them will not qualify after further scrutiny. Oh, this one looks very nice. So this is actually a setup 1 and entry should be taken. Your target should be around here, 550. So a pretty good 70-80% growth opportunity is available on this one. Auto, that's a very good setup. Okay, I'll add this one. Right, so I hope you get the idea. This is how I do it. These are the 3 things. So I run the scanner. First I ran the scanner. You need to know what to look for. Because I trade the setup 1, so the scanner is based on finding me trades that will or are in midway or are have a higher probability of creating that setup one that I'm looking for, the wave 3 and wave 4. So this scanner is designed to actually pick those potential stocks that are about to go up. They will go about 40, 50, 100% up if the setup one is there, right? So I look for those and then I add them to watch list, and then on the watch list I will, on a Sunday normally, I will go through them one by one, and then the ones that I like, I will set the orders in my IG platform. So I don't use any other platform for this. I use IG Index, because with IG Index, it's spread betting account for people in the UK. It's the best formula. But if you're outside, for Forex, you can use CFD accounts. Some of the Forex brokers have really good CFD accounts. If you're in the US, you're the king. There are so many different brokers and so many different ways to trade these stocks. Very easy for the US guys, I would say, over there. But UK is also blessed because we have IG Index and other spread betting companies where you can actually trade all of the stocks from around the world. So this is how I look for stocks. If you like this video and you found value in it, please do hit the like button and stay subscribed by hitting the subscribe button. So when there's a new video, you'll be notified. And let me know what you think about this video and what other type of videos would you like to see. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. See you in the next video.
Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if yes, please hit the like button. Do you have any questions or ideas for upcoming videos? Then leave a comment. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any future videos. See you next time.